Hey guys, welcome back. So how did your first week go? Were you more aware of what was going on in terms of where you were eating, and that were you able to really curtail that drive-by eating? So this week we're going to add another healthy habit. And again, it's going to be something small that you can work on and build on and develop more as you go along. So last week, and if you missed the video for last week, it's up here. We started talking about where you were eating and being aware of when you were eating, as opposed to just finding your hand in the bottom of the bag suddenly. Well, this week we're going to further develop that, and we're going to change from where to how much. Portion sizes and serving sizes are something that throw off many of us. And one of the best ways to really get that under control is to not eat from the original container if it isn't portioned into a single serve. So the easiest ways to do that are to either buy single serves like the 100-calorie snack packs, or something similar where you only have one, possibly two servings in that container. But that's not always the most cost-effective way to do it. So if you're buying a larger bag of something, and this is especially true with snacking. So remember, the whole point of this challenge is to really overcome that binging and eating too much and finding yourself wishing that you hadn't gone over what you intended to eat. Now, if you want to buy a bigger bag for frugal reasons, and I am all about the frugal finds, then you have a couple of options. The first one, and this is your challenge for this week, is to don't eat out of the original container. So if you have a bag of pretzels and the serving size is 16 pretzels, your choice is that when you buy the bag, as part of your weekly meal prep, you either break down that bag into individual servings of 16 pretzels, write the point on the outside, and then you have pre-portioned your snacks and you basically have created your single serve bags. Or if you don't want to do that, or you either don't want to take the time to do that, or you don't want to have all these little bags floating around in your pantry, then when you go to have those pretzels, have a plate or a bag or something where you count out, weigh out, measure out, however you want to do it, that serving size, and then you immediately close and put the whole container away. Okay? So this week is about plate it. Plate it, pre-package it, however you need to make sure that things are in single serving sizes only. So instead of taking that bag to the couch with you and thinking, I'll just count it as I go and I'll be fine and I'll remember. And then, you get there and suddenly that 16 turned into what may have been 25, and that 25 may have been maybe it was 30. I'll just kind of count it as 30. And then all of a sudden you're at the bottom of the bag and you have no idea how much you've eaten. All you know is that it wasn't what you intended. So your challenge for this week is super simple. Plate it. Single serving size it. Pre-portion it. Pre-track it. Just make sure that as a continuation of no drive-by eating, you are not eating out of the container. And to give you an idea of how easy this is to do, the other day for lunch, I did a smoked salmon plate, and I was having half a cup of cottage cheese. Now, I put the cottage cheese from the original container into a bowl, but I then ate a tablespoon straight out of the container. And it's a tablespoon of cottage cheese. I mean, it's not, in the big scheme of things, it's not a big deal. But I already had a half a cup in this setting. And so an extra tablespoon here, an extra 5 chips there, an extra, bite of ice cream here when you've already weighed, tracked, and measured, all of these things add up. Did you know that eating out of the original container contributes to 1/3 more calories for the average person than someone who pre-portions? So overall, in the big scheme of things, while that 1 tablespoon may not matter with that one meal, by the time you get to the end of the week, that can be a pretty substantial difference. So, your week 2 challenge: plate it, portion it, be aware of it. There you go. I'll see you next week and for the next tip. And as always, if you are following this and you have suggestions for how to make it easier for other people, or you have any questions, drop them in the comments below, and we'll talk again soon. Have a great week.